A light NBA night today. 3 games in all. Doesn't mean we can't have some action on all of this. Breaking this down for no house advantage, specifically if you want to play versus the house, where you can hit up to 21 times your money. I'm Pete McCarthy here for OddsShopper. Hey, give us a like, subscribe, keep up with all of our shows, our DFS offers, our giveaways. Hit that notification bell that'll send you alerts when our shows go live. We've got Thursday night football covered for you tonight. Of course, handling the NBA right here. Lots of other information for you to help you out on various platforms. Make a few bucks on this night. So let's get into the picks here on No House Advantage. The big one that I like tonight is looking at Anfernee Simons of the Portland Trailblazers. Pretty big over-under on his points total here at No House Advantage. If you're playing against the house, 23.5 points. The projection, not that far off. We're talking about a little under 22 points, 58% chance of this one coming in. But you have to keep in mind that Damian Lillard is now back for the Portland Trailblazers, played his first game back on Sunday, and that has a big impact on Anfernee Simons' scoring. When Damian Lillard is on the floor, Simons is a 19.1 points per 36-minute scorer, right? This is courtesy of NBA Labs. When Lillard is off the floor, that number goes up to 26.4 points per 36 minutes. All right, so we're getting into the weeds a little bit, throwing some numbers at you, but you can tell pretty easily that when Damian Lillard is out there, Simon's taking less shots. He's less involved in the offense. He scores less. I mean, that's a significant difference when you talk about 7 points. So Damian Lillard expected to play again tonight. Anfernee Simons still a big number here at 23.5 points. You might look at his season total and say, oh, that's totally within the range of possibilities for Anfernee Simons. If I can say it's out of the range of possibilities, but it's a big impact that Lillard is back and what Simons' role in this offense is going to be. We could even look at Sunday. That was Lillard's first game back. What did we see for Simons? Well, his playing time went down a little bit. Maybe it's because they had a big lead on the Indiana Pacers, but only 14 shots from Anfernee Simons in that game. You look at the previous 3 games, those are games that Lillard missed. 25 shots for Simons, 22 shots, 24 shots. I mean, he is launching them in the games prior to Lillard coming back. And then, again, he has a different role. He's the second banana when Damian Lillard is in the mix. So, look, Simons did end up scoring. What did he end up with? 22 points on Sunday, but that's also because he was 5 of 9 from 3, which is not exactly the kind of percentage that we're expecting from him once again. So, again, the opportunity should be down for Simons. The point total should be down for Simons with Lillard back so we can get under this 23.5 point line. If you're playing on No House Advantage, a couple of ways to do it. Right now, we're telling you about playing versus the house. This is basic over-under player props. You can mix them together. You can try to find some things that correlate. A little easier to do in the NFL than you're going to have in the NBA. You can mix together NFL, NBA picks. If you get 5 out of 5, you get up to 21 times your money. You can play for 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3, so on and so forth. You can also play versus the house. Now, this is where you can potentially hit big, but you got to beat a number of people to make that happen. Only one contest today as far as the NBA goes. Obviously, only a 3-game slate. You got Thursday Night Football as well, taking up some action. But it's a confidence pool. You need 10 points for your number 1 pick, all the way down to 1 point. 55 points is a perfect score. Some nights you could take home the whole shebang and $5,000 all by yourself. If you get different enough and have everything hit, you could also end up chopping that with a number of people if you play a very chalky lineup. So there's some good game strategy that becomes a part of it. At the end of the day, though, you want to find a way to get everything right and hit on all 10 of your props. And sometimes it's a little easier on these light nights where you only have 3 games because you're going to see some of the bench players get in there. Often their numbers are inflated. They don't have a path to playing time to reach some of those numbers. But if you want to try to get different, that's where you're hoping, hey, maybe the Celtics beat the Suns by 40. I know that wasn't the final last night, but it was up there for a while. And, we're going to get these bench guys in there and you try to, find a cute way to get to the top by yourself. But it brings in some strategy, and we'll have some strategy talk for you. Another video over on our Stochastic DFS channel coming up a little bit later. Remember to No House Advantage, if you're just joining, sign up. Put in 50 bucks, use the link below. They're going to give you a $50 first match deposit bonus. Take free money when they're giving you free money. All right, let's get you some more picks here. We're looking at Trey Jones, again, versus the house on No House Advantage. 7.5 assists being the number here. We can go over on that. The Spurs stink. We know that. They've lost 16 of 17 games. Trey Jones has shown himself to be a good passer. He hasn't really consistently gotten over this number because the Spurs haven't been very good. They should have an opportunity tonight. They're only a 1.5-point dog. They're taking on a bad Rockets team tonight. The projections have Jones getting to a little more than 8.5 assists, which is over this line. If you look at our free projections for No House Advantage over at Stokastic.com, you'll see that this is our highest percentage hit in terms of playing versus the house. 62% chance of winning on this one, with Trey Jones getting to at least 8 assists tonight. I think with a defensively inept team like the Houston Rockets, you get some inflated scoring for the Spurs. Maybe they even win a game, but Trey Jones, he has shown that he could set up his teammates, rack up these assists when the Spurs can get things going a little bit. So let's see that tonight against this bad Houston Rockets team and get Trey Jones up to over 8 assists, or at least 8 assists. You can also look at his points total. It's another one that we like as well based on our projections. One more for you, looking at Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. 25.5 points is the number here. I'm looking at the under. You know, if you look at Jokic, he's been under this number in 3 of his last 4 games. He's been passing a lot more lately. It's not a long trend line. We're just talking about the last week or so, but it's enough that with the projection, we're going to look at the under. 59% chance being under 23.5 points is the projection from us at Stokastic. So we'll look at Jokic under 25.5 points as well. But the one I really like is Anfernee Simons under 23.5 points. Try to get that while you can, because these numbers will change over the course of the day, unlike the Pick'em contest over at No House Advantage. Best of luck tonight.